YTPC, it's Harriet Harper of Harperville. Smoking my Missouri Meerschaum Morgan. And in it is one of the reasons for this video. I have some 515 RC1 from Sutliff. And you're thinking, so? It's just an easy to get tobacco, and it's, you know, it's okay. And that's what I thought too. I liked it. But for me it didn't stand out very much. So I did an experiment in June where I decided to stove a couple of tobaccos, and this was one of them. This one and Peter Stokkebye's luxury flake. Yeah. And the luxury flake was okay. I mean, it changed it a little bit, made it a little bit better. But the 515 RC1 really had a nice little transformation for me. Made this tobacco much better. It produces some nice smoke, but it is it brought out the tartness and the sweetness, and I get that really creamy mouthfeel like I get from a really good cigar that I like, or some of the tobaccos that I smoke. It just seemed to just really elevate this blend for me. I really like it. So I just wanted to share that with you for a moment, because it's I'm gonna keep smoking a few more bowls, but it's quite nice. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about was a gentleman that is new to the pipe club that Hugh and I go to get that started. And he is new to blacksmithing and leather working. And this is a tamper that he made. It's a copper tamper. And I really like some of the stuff that he's coming up with. So last night at Pipe Club, he gifted me something that he made. I made this really cool pouch, leather pouch, and I don't know, I think he's doing a really fine job, but really ingenious way of closing the pouch was he took one of his tampers, curved it, and used it for the closure. So you just pull that off, and voila, you have a nice little tamper, and a scraper, of course, on the other end. I mean, how cool is that? I just really thought it was pretty ingenious and some really good work. So Hugh and I have been supporting him and buying some of his products because they're really nice and we really enjoy them. So I just want to share that with you guys. He's just starting out, and I think he's going to try to do this as a business on the side from his regular job. So, I mean, if you're interested in any of his products, you can message me below, or you can email me, and I can put you in touch with him. I don't even think he has any business cards yet, but I think he is working on that. So, anyway, there we have that. And then the next purpose for this video is the final one, and that would be that I have harvested seeds from the tobacco plants that was given to us by Tamper Tantrum. And I wanted to share a couple quick videos. I'll attach them at the end of this, and for you to watch if you're interested. I've never done that before, so it was new to me. So if I did something that you're like, why did you do that? Just let me know, because it's a learning curve for me. I'm just figuring it out, kind of flying blind with the whole thing, and actually enjoying every minute of it. So it's all good. It's taught me a lot about, when my family was growing tobacco when I was younger. There are things that I didn't think about back then that I'm thinking about now. How the leaves are cared for throughout the growing process, and I don't know, just a couple things that I've really found interesting. I know that I don't like bird poop on my plants because I know I'm gonna smoke that tobacco. So, you know, I see bird poop on them, I get my hose out and I wash them off. And I don't know, there's just all kinds of things that can happen to plants that I never really considered when I was younger, because I just thought it was fun to help my family in the fields and in the barns. So anyway, I'm going to attach those 2 videos now. If you're interested, please watch. I appreciate you stopping by Herferville. Come by anytime and we'll share a pipe. Appreciate you guys, and just hang on a second. Here they come. Alright guys, so this is what I created to hold in the flowers so they wouldn't get cross-pollinated. And I just took wires and I made a cage to hold the bag up. What I used was, let's see what it's called. Be Wise, Earthwise. So this is basically a fruit and vegetable bag, which keeps vegetables fresh. I tried using cheesecloth and some of the others, and I found that this was better. It was just, I feel like if one of the pods were happened to open up, that the seeds would be contained in this bag better than they would the cheesecloth, even though I doubled up the cheesecloth. I just felt like this did a better job. And also, I like the fact that I can just close the bag up and keep it tight. So that is how I did that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically just take it apart and pull some of this out of here and see what kind of seeds we've got. I'm sure if you guys would be interested in this process or not, but this is what we're doing. So yeah, there are a number of them that are ready. So I didn't want to wait too long, just in case some of the pods were to pop open and ruin the leaves that I do have growing down there. So some of these are definitely ready. That one's definitely ready. It doesn't take very many either. I could have let this go longer, but like I said, I was just concerned about that. And I figure I was going to get enough. I could see through the bag, which is nice with this too. You can see through the bag fairly easy. And just pluck them off. I'm not sure if that one's ready or not over here, but I'm gonna, kind of looks like it is. I don't know about that one. And I'm not sure if you can dry them after you pluck them off of here and make them work, but I might try that as well. Wyatt says hi, because that's what he does. That might be all the ones I can get off of here. Some of these others I might try drying, since they're dark on the inside. Yeah, see? That one's dry. But this one is not as dry, I don't think. So I'll just take it in and test it and see. This is the first time I've ever done this, so I'm just kind of, it's like a learning process for me. It's been kind of fun. Oops. But I will, sorry, table's uneven. I'm going to take these in and I'll show you the process of popping them open and how many seeds is actually in a pod. Alright, so I've identified a few of the seed pods that that I think are dry and ready for harvesting, and some that are definitely not. But like I said, I'm going to try and dry some. So I think this might be one too right here. Looks a little green on the outside, but I don't know if you can see that or not. The inside is pretty dry. It's not as brittle as some of the others, but I'll give that one a try. Just like I said, it's kind of a learning thing for me. So I don't know if you guys can see this or not. I don't know if you can see the sheen on my fingers. My fingers are very sticky from handling the tobacco plant. So, and I washed them before I started the video. And it's just on there. I'm gonna have to scrub them with a brush to get it off all the way, I guess. I think I found another one that might work. Let's find out. So these are really tiny, and so the best thing that I have figured out to do is definitely to use a white piece of paper. That way you can see all the seeds, and the pods usually have quite a few seeds in there. This one, yep. And that's all I've been doing, is just doing it like that. You can see, look at all the seeds that, you know, came off of that, out of that one pod. They're just so tiny, so tiny. So anyway, back up a little bit again. And it's just, I was amazed the first time that I pulled these out of there. I'm not sure about this one. Let's see. Expose it a little bit. But I guess once these are to pop open on their own on a plant, what happens is, that one's not going to have too many in it. What happens is they stick to the leaves of the tobacco, and then I guess it's pretty difficult to near impossible to get that off. So you kind of are just, you've just lost a bunch of leaves. So that's why it's so important to use the bags. As you can see, just this, and all the green ones that I sacrificed just to get these off of here before they popped open. You can imagine all the seeds that would come off of just one plant. It kind of amazes me, really. So very hardy. They really weren't that hard to grow, and it's actually been kind of cool. You can hear Izzy tiptoeing around here, their toenails. But yeah, I think that's the ones that I pulled off that I'm gonna actually work with here. So I got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have 6, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm gonna pull this up here. Lord, don't let me sneeze. But I mean, just hundreds and hundreds of little seeds. And then I'll just pour it into a little dish. And then I'm gonna, you know, get a little container. I haven't decided what I'm gonna keep them in. But I mean, look at, the seeds are just, because here I've got a few on the table, I can just easily pick them up, and they're stuck to my finger because of the juice from the leaves and the pods and stuff. It's kind of amazing. So anyway, that's what I got. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to store this stuff in, and I'm going to try and dry some of these that are a bit greener. As you can see, the color down here is quite a bit lighter tan. Yeah, I mean, I might, you know, just for the heck of it, I'm going to try and open that one up. It's a little dry, I'd say. We'll just see, because like I said, I'm trying to learn. Yeah, see, there's not quite as many. I think this one was too moist. Yeah. Not bad though. So I'm going to try and dry these. I might leave them sitting out in the sun and see if they continue to dry. I'll keep them separate from the ones that I pulled off right after I cut the tops off. So we'll see what happens there. I appreciate you guys watching, and go out and sub a newbie, and I'll catch you later. You tobacco plant smoking taters.